Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spellforce Conquest of Eo Demon Scourge, the DLC. There will be a new DLC in a few days. I didn't make any recording of this DLC, sadly, because I've got family issues and health issues, quite a lot of them, but that was the reason I wasn't making any recordings for the last 3 months. But with that being said, I might make a playthrough of the Demon Scourge add-on if you like to see that. But before I do that, I just want to give you an overview of what there is, and it's overflowing because it's a lot. With that being said, what is new? It's a new class of sorcerer, it's new quests, it's new units, it's an entirely new species around the block, and new game mechanics. So let's jump right into it. For those who are not aware, this is kind of like Masters of Magic on steroids. It's bigger, better, more opportunities. There is no second level though when you play Masters of Magic. There is, for example, an Underworld or a Stralwood. That's not here. But the world itself is rich. It's always the same map, which allows you to do that extra tactical planning, strategic planning, better so to say, not tactical. And let's look at the map in its total. What is very important with the DLC are the cities, because you are a demologist, and, well, if you pick the new class, and that can send his minions to cities, and if they stay two turns in front of the city, they can create a cult. So when, for example, we go for the new city of the trolls, Garnach, you can see that we have established a cult here. So remember, you just have to get the cultist that you can build here. It isn't available right from the start. You have to build a building before that and come a little bit further in the story, but then you can build one. Upkeep is in mana, not in gold. Keep that in mind. And then you place them right in front of the city, telling me should try to assimilate, and after 2 turns you infiltrate the city. What does that do? It does 2 things. Most people think it does 1 thing, but it actually does 2. 1 is it establishes the cult and allows you to use the cult members in creation of demons. More to that later. Second, it creates reputation, plus 20 reputation in the city you're doing this. You can do that even in a city where nobody lives. I'll ask what city is that? It's this here. So, just so that you know, you can even get a cult here even though there is nothing you can buy here, because the city is itself empty. With that being said, the starting locations. One is here, then you're close to this city. This city has a very, very good cult in my eyes. Because that is the cult that gets plus 20 life per demon you create. There is this city here, which has, if I remember it right, the cult that gets you 2 multiple creating kits. I show you what I mean. These are all the cults from the city. One city is missing because I destroyed that for a quest. There are new quests, there are new demons, and some of the super demons give you quests, and one of the quests was to destroy the city. So there is one cult member, one cult missing. That is the cult that gives you plus 2 missile damage and plus 2 missile defense. So if you say, okay, I'm totally into archers, elven archers, for example, then you just go to the city in the lake. I destroyed it, but I can find it. It's here. And make your cult here, and then you get access to these guys, to the cult members who are bonus with missile weapons. When you look at them, they've got their own specials. For example, this guy here gives you 2 of each type. What does that mean? You can create different demons. Look to the left. These are all the recipes they are. I will click on H1. Not that you can read that fast, but you can pause the game, because there is very little information on the internet available, as I find it, to show you what you can build. So, for example, we take this guy, and then we know we need 3 red, for example, or orange to create our first demon. So, and as you can see, he already brings 2 of each color that we want, so he can be made into this with one of those, or he can be made in Let's deactivate that so that we see all the recipes. You get the gist. So you can make everything out of these guys. They have a special, each of them. That is, for example, these guys get +3 elemental damage. Please remember, the units have to have that kind of damage to get the bonus. So you put this on an Orc Raider, it does nothing, because the Orc Raider doesn't have elemental damage, death damage, or white damage. So nothing happening here. If you take this guy, for example, which is absolutely amazing, he's not as powerful as he is for creating the demon, but look at that. 30% white resistance, and there's a lot of monsters that do white damage. Spellcasters and stuff. And +1 Allfire a day. When you keep in mind that for securing an Allfire node, you just get 3, and if you put that on each of your units, and you get +1 per unit, you have a starting army of 5, you can have +5 Allfire for your army. Just for your army. Doesn't cost anything. Well, the upkeep of the unit, but you get that for free just by the cult. Now, there is something new. You see, converts all life to death. What does that mean? If you want to create a demon, for example, you cannot build the rook out of him, because if you start putting life into him, he will transform that immediately into death. But that is also quite useful, because that means if you've got something that gives life, but you want to build the pawn, you can just do that, and it transforms that into the undead stuff, energy type. And there is a lot of them who can do that. For example, these guys negates all death. Please remember, it's a difference between negating something and turning something into. Because this lady here, which is absolutely amazing in my eyes, and that's a good starting location, little tip for the pros. I remember it right, she comes from this city. You can start your adventure here if you put the second hardest start location in the beginning. I think it is the second hardest. Then you start here, you make your cult here, and you get one cult member in the beginning anyway, so that is the one you use. And ta-da, you get this lady. And why is that amazing? +20 health. Remember, when you've got a level up, you get normally one of the choices you can get is +5 life. Yes, if he's got higher in level and you get from level 10 to level 11 level up, it might be +10. But this is basically 4 levels in health. And now look at this. You say you take the lady. And you say, okay, I put this into it. Boy, this gives +10 life, this demon. And that is the level 1 demon. If this unit takes 250 damage, he gets another +10. And if he takes 500 damage, and that is not that hard to take, he gets another +20. So in total, this will give +60 life. By the cost of +1 speed. Amazing. Amazing. You can do very, very interesting stuff here. In the beginning, I thought that this was very cool because of 100% drop chance for souls, which is ingredient that you can use either for crafting or selling it for mana. Yes, you can. Because when you look at the souls, which look like this, you can sell them for mana, and not little mana, you saw? Not that bad, not that bad. Keep that in mind, it's an opportunity. Negates all Arcane Essence. This is from the Orc area, this lady here. From down here, if you take the hardest possible starting location, you will start somewhere here. I think it's exactly there. Something like here. And this is the Orc area. And there you get this lady here. No upkeep cost. You can equip all your troops with a soul of this kind. And then, guess what? No upkeep cost. Amazing. Amazing. This one here is if you take the easiest starting position, you will get the guy that every unit you put a demon on from this cult, you get +1 gold per turn. The normal upkeep of a unit is 1 gold if it's a level 1 creature, so it's basically free upkeep of level 1 creatures and decreased upkeep for level 2 creatures. Yeah, well, it's easy to get, so it's okay. It's okay. With that being said, you can build your demons here like you build all your other... if you're a runesmith, that's how you build your runes. If you are an elementarist, you can... an alchemist, you can build your potions here. Please keep in mind, it's easy, relatively easy, to get glyphs. You don't have to be an artificer. You can get glyphs in a lot of places in this game. Getting potions is a little bit harder, but still possible. Getting demons, if you're not a demologist, boy, that's a hassle. There is one demon area here where you can go and buy them. They don't have the real good stuff, and yeah. The bonus is good. It's basically a cult that you don't have access to. It's plus 5 death damage and 20 health after each battle, so faster healing. But limited. Limited in variety that you can buy, so keep that in mind. Not the easiest thing to get your hands on. Now let's assume you built yourself a couple of demons. What demons are there? All that you see here are demons. Let's go from the top. Vulture. This is good. At least it sounds very good in the beginning because it's very easy to train him up. With 5 battles, well, 15 battles, and he's totally cheap. He's got plus 3 gold, plus 3 mana. So if you've got 5 of them, you get 15 gold and 15 mana extra after each fight, and he gets plus 3 damage for flanking attacks. Very useful, for example, for Orc Raiders. Just as an idea, because they do flanking stuff relatively easy, not so much useful for archers. I personally like the Rook a lot because bonus health points. Slap that on an archer and you will be surprised, because the thing archers struggle with, obviously, are their life points. I mean, let's look at an archer. He's got 58 life points, and these guys are beefed up by me a little bit, so the normal life points are even lower. Or let's look at this orc. He's a fighter and he's got 60 life points. We can slap that on him easily just with a demon. The pawn. Plus 2 damage, plus 2 damage, plus 2 damage. Problem is host died. That's a kind of a hustle, because the person that when a guy gets a demon and he gets killed, the guy dies, but the demon goes back into your inventory. Good, because you don't lose the demon. Bad, because you just lost a unit. However, let's assume you want to get around that. What you can do is take, for example, this guy, and then get yourself a hell of a lot of. We just need pure evil thingy. So, see that? Now we're building someone who is leveled up, because the more energy you invest, the more you get. If you get this costs 3, if we put in 6, we'll get level 2 instantly. If we put in 9, we'll get level 3 instantly. So that's an idea, plus 6 damage. And if he dies, it's not negative for us. It's negative to us because we lost a unit. So yeah, kind of good bonus. The tourist, that's a really funny one, because plus 3 vision range, yeah, but plus 3 movement. Yes. That's very good. Put that on an Orc Raider. Again, yes, I love Orc Raiders. But put that on an Orc Raider and you will have fun for a lifetime, because these guys get really fast. And all you have to do is to travel around. Yes, traveling 100 titles sounds like a lot, but an Orc Raider travels by himself about 11 to 12 tiles a turn. So it's 10 turns, and he's probably at 200 at 50% bonus, and 200% bonus isn't that far away. That is interesting because you get, for one, the ability to heal while you fight. And keep in mind, this is a game where you can heal in battle and you will be healed outside of battle after the fight. There's some games where you can heal in battle, but only temporarily, and when the fight is over, all the hit points are lost that you heal yourself. This works in battle here, so you can send someone in with 2 life points, and if you use him right, he eats a corpse, he hits a few people, he can come out of the fight with fully healed. So, great stuff if you ask me. The Kobold. Yeah, you can get up to plus 60% damage, only problem is you lose 45% of your health. Hard. I mean, there's some creatures who can actually take this and still be good, and the level up requirements are not really high, considering how much damage you do. He should be able to kill somebody. The Smoker. Keep in mind, the smoking fumes work on you until you reach level 3, because only until level 3 he's immune. Unless you do that thing on someone who is dead already, an undead, for example, this would work technically. And then he does interesting amounts of damage. Yes, he does. The Warlock. Melee damage, this ability damage is for spellcaster stuff. They get +3 focus, and then they get a total of +10 damage in ability. If they deal enough damage, put that on sorcerers. Best example is Goblin Shamans. Easy to get. This thing is not that hard to get. Fun stuff. And combine that with, where is he? My favorite, this guy here. And ta-da! You do +9 damage. Absolutely amazing. The Alp. Attacks cows 100%. What is willpower? Willpower, each of your unit has willpower. If the willpower goes down, they can be rotated, so they're running away, or they can be taken over by mentalists or other people who can control enemies. And with this, you get a total of +300% willpower loss every time you hit someone, so they're running away pretty quickly. And fun fact, this levels up if people are running away from you, and well, you kill them. So that's working very well together. The Arbiter, +1 level up option. Interesting, with a caveat though. First upgrade is +5 all for a day. Second is no focus costs. Healing, as much as you like. But you start with focus lead, so unless he's level 3, your spellcaster or your healer will run out of his healing ability pretty quickly. But when he is able to kill 10 spellcaster units as a healer, technically possible, but hard, he can heal for the rest of the game without any problems. The Paradox, -100% XP bonus. XP bonus. Bonus, yeah, we're taking bonuses, not XP itself. And you have to level up. But you get 200% regeneration for demons. Everyone you put a demon on will become a demon. So it's like a bonus title. It's not like he's actually a demon. And this guy, if they level up completely, they can kill people if they're under 75% of their health, which is pretty quickly. Holy hell, this thing is powerful. If this doesn't make you happy and you say, Boris, this is not impressive enough, then I've got this for you. You can upgrade artifacts. Why would you do that? Now, when you look at your heroes, let's catch yourselves a hero so I can demonstrate that. This is a hero. And you see, he doesn't have what the others have. A slot for demons. So you say, Boris, I cannot put any demons on my heroes. You can, because you can put the demon on a weapon and give the weapon to the guy. And look at this. He's get the effect of the weapon and he gets the effect of the demon. Ta-da! Which means technically this guy here, for example, can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demons. Make all of them the movement kind, and he moves +15 squares by himself. So he would move 30 squares in one turn. Because it's additive. Woohoo! And think of all the other stuff you can do if you combine that. So that's pretty amazing. You can change the cult. So if you've got a demon that you're not happy with, the wrong cult, for example, this one has the +3/+3, and you say, that's lame, I want the feast thing, then you put this on him, and that's then he's feasted. So you can switch. When you've built a demon and you're not happy with the cult, you can change that. However, you can do even better. You can fuse 2 lesser demons to one junky one. Normally they retain the cult's ability and they get a bonus feat. For example, here they can stun enemies with their normal attacks. Amazing. Or they can teleport short range. Or they can heal 50% of their health every day. Which is very interesting if you've got people who can normally not regenerate. Undead. Or constructs. The Knight, +2 armor. Yeah, armor. This reduces the damage that you get from physical attacks by 2. Better take the 20 health. +1 level up option. Very funny. Flesh Eater. You do more damage and you regenerate 1 health of each turn. Yeah, kind of. Whatever. Revive from the ashes. That is amazing. There is an ability that allows you to not die in the battle as long as your side wins. You get resurrected. This makes this after 1 turn. So if you're just fighting and you can keep the fight going, this guy will just stand up again after 1 turn. If everyone dies, of course, that does not work. But as long as you're still on the field, after 1 turn, this guy's back. Smoke, it's like Dragon Breath, but with death. Yeah. The Archon is the same, plus with elementals. And it's a radius thing, not a breath. It's more like a bomb. You can put fear into enemies. Also quite good, because they lose more willpower and run away faster. Every ally in the stack gains +4. I haven't tried what happens if you've got 4 guys with 4 times the Exarch, if they get a total of +16 focus. That would be interesting to try out. Every demon ally gains, regardless of other prohibitions. This unit can now gather experience. What does that mean? You can make a creature like this guy here that normally cannot take any experience. You give it to this guy, this demon, and this guy starting gaining experience, and he's leveling up. Now you're wondering, why is this guy leveling up anyway? Because he's a demon. He can normally not level up. Just do I have a stack of non-upgraded demons? Because they're normal units, like humans, and they're this guys here. Ah, there you see it. He has no experience bar because he's a fantastical creature. Fantastic creature. Bonus armor, bonus damage, bonus health, but cannot gain any experience. There are 2 ways to change this. One is the demon. The other one is a spell. That is in the new demonic spell book. You can basically give him a brain. It's not a great brain. He's not really learning fast, but technically he's still learning. That brings us to demons. How do I make this guy demonic? Very easy. Each unit, depending on what level it is or what tier it is. So tier 1 units cost 1. For example, goblins, I think, need 1 blue. This guy needs 2 blue. So I click on it. I select something that has 2 blue charges. Put that there. And look at that. I can put a demon on this guy. We can see that he's using Electro Ball. So the right choice for this guy would be someone who actually has a bonus to electrical damage, like this one here. Every demon now gets experience. Let's try that out. And look at that. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? All your demons all of a sudden have a brain. He's a demon and they've got a brain. Isn't that great? That's amazing. I'm loving it. Perfect. With that being said, you have to do that for every of your units, and you cannot change the demon after you put him in. So if I want to have that demon out, I can rip him out, but then this guy will die. And you say, boo-hoo, I've got a better demon, I want to keep the unit, its experience and all that. Yes, you can, because let's go to the spell page. And there is now in the demonic area. Where is it? It's rip out the brain. Damn it, where is it? Confused. This is the way to, if you don't want to use the demon, you can use this. It's a spell, and then the unit gains a brain, where it hadn't one before. And this is the building, one of the 2 buildings you get. To get the Indoctrination Hall, and you get the Corrupted Sanctum. This one is great because you get another apprentice, and that means another hero. 1 more hero cap, so to speak. Absolutely amazing. This can only be cast 1. It's the Demon Lord. I will show him you in a second. The rest is not that impressive. Damage to higher tier units, very useful in the beginning. It's one of the first spells you learn. Sacrificial altar. You can kill your own units and get an artifact for it. Summoning circle, so you can create your units not in your tower but someone else. This is basically a buffed up spirit. Sacrificial summon. You can turn one of your units into a core dweller if you like. You've got goblins that you don't need. You can turn them into demons. Chaos altar. You can ruin an altar. Please keep in mind that this altar is then destroyed and becomes a chaos altar. This helps by defending your lodges. That should normally not be necessary if you're doing your jobs right. Protection from good. 50% fight resistance. Infused memory, I just mentioned. Your fantastic creatures gain a brain. Mutation is absolutely amazing, although very random. I'll show you. So this guy now got an extra arm, which means there is a couple of mutations you can get, but this is in my eyes the best. That was sheer luck. Because now this unit, even though it's not a hero, can use a weapon or a shield. I mean, look at this. That's insane, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. One caveat though, please keep in mind that these guys are totally nuts because I've got all the rooms. I will come to the rooms later. The normal Orc Raider is not equipped with all the shenanigans. This is the normal Orc Raider, okay? And this is my Orc Raider because I've built some stuff. I will show you later what that is. But I have made some modifications extra for you to show. I just have to find the guys where I did put them. I'm not sure why I put them. Just give me a second. And here we are. So, extra arm. Extra arm. What did he get? I think I forgot this guy. Oh, no, he was flying before that. Yeah, he got fiery blood. Not as good as an extra arm, if you ask me. He's got the extra arm. And he's got a scorpion tail. Not as cool because it's an extra attack. That is nice. And it's poisoned, but it's not as cool as an extra arm. There are different stuff you can get, but you have no way of knowing what you put on the people. And please, 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 if you put it, this guy turns him into a demon, this extra mutation. And you can still give him a demon, you can still possess him with a demon. But if he's already possessed by a demon, he cannot be mutated. So, doesn't work with this guy, I'll show you. We'll just buy just this guy here. And now we say, okay. We want a mutation. And it says here we can put a mutation on him, right? So, now we're going to give him a soul. Or possess him by something. Doesn't matter how much we do it. And we'll just put, I don't know, this guy. It doesn't matter what it is, so. And now we try to put the demon on him. It will not work. So please, please, please. First mutate them, then demonetize, then possess them. The other way around, it's not working, and you're losing firepower dramatically if you do it right or wrong, depending on how you do it. With that being said, this costs mana to create these guys. Creating the lesser demons just costs you ingredients. Creating the bigger ones costs your mana. Upgrading your artifacts with a demon soul costs you mana, and we're talking about prices here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you can put 5 demons into your hero, but it will cost you dearly. So keep that in mind. It's not cheap to get that. With that being said, you can get your own super demon, which is this guy. A lot of hit points, great armor, great willpower, great speed, great unit power. Yes, 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 this guy's a killer, but he can take 3 souls. Just think what you can make with this guy. You can put 3 souls into him. Now you say a hero can carry 5, but that aside, that's amazing. However, these are the demons that run around. Well, they're not really running around. They're giving you a quest and you have to fight them if you want to mess with them. But look at this, 666 unit power. So this guy can stop an entire army without breaking into sweat. If you're a dwarf, if you go for earth stuff, you can also get this guy. This is basically the earth magic version of the demon. And you can get, if I can find it... stacks, where is my light guy? I've got a light guy as well because there is a light version. An angel or something. I mean, it's more like a guardian, but You get the fist. Woohoo! Tier 4, by the way. Tier 4. Tier 4. Look at that guy. You can summon him from the spellbook if you've got the right pages, which is, just to show you, this one here. Expensive! Forge Master, also very expensive. You cannot see this for the Demon Lord, but you have to sacrifice a greater All-Fire node, like this one here. And that is gone then. And therefore you get the demon. So if you're into that, knock yourself out. With that being said, there's new quests. There is the new race, the Trolls. They are up here. And they're interesting because you would think that they all have healing and stuff. This is their city, as I mentioned. There you can buy them. They've got the Warbringer. It's this guy. So, yeah, they can all charge because of the city. Please keep in mind that every city gives your units a bonus. So, which city is the best bonus? If you're just speaking about bonus, I would say take these guys because, ta-da, plus 15 health and plus 20 elemental resistance. However, if you're looking for workers, this would be your first choice. Because they got super good extra mining boost. They get more out of the earth than anyone else. With that being said as well, there is a couple of troll units. And each race has different level ups. Some of them they share, but every race has their own specials. For example, Dwarves got the +2 gold each turn for a unit. Undead gain the mending ability that they heal 3 life points because they normally don't heal any life. The trolls can get, for example, regeneration because they don't have that. You would think that trolls have regeneration from birth, but they don't. Let's get this guy on the road, and we have, I think, what we need, and that is that he gets 1. Where did I put it? That he gets 1 extra pick for each level up. Have to find it. Forgot where it is. Yeah. Okay, let's put that on him. And let's level him up. So you see I have 3. Not all get this Parry Master, for example. This is pretty common, +1 armor, +1 willpower. That's the reason I don't think that +1 armor as a cult creation is so massive, because it's just a level up. And we can just... That is super cool, but I think only orcs and trolls get this. Physical reaction. And here's the regeneration. +10 health at the start of the turn. And this is vigor, gets 20. Not everyone gets vigor. We're just clicking ourselves through here. See how far we can get this guy up. I've invested some mana into him. I will show you in a second how that does. This protects you against missile attacks. Isn't that funny? Oh, even more physical protection. I wonder if we can get him up to 100. I don't think you can. I think you can. So this is the highest level now for him. All this units and every unit gets +2 armor. That's amazing. 50% resistance against negative effects. That's fine. I think I should go for this. But now you see that's how the level up. Let's look at some dwarves for comparison. I'll let you know what I'm talking about. I think it is him. Do I have another one of those? Yes, I have. It's not quite as powerful. It's not... It's powerful because I didn't upgrade it when I created it, but we have some choices here. Yeah, +2 gold. That is something we didn't get with the other guy. He can create his own focus. I think that's more because he's spellcaster, not because he's a dwarf. Can traverse more glyphs. More elemental resistance. +2 armor against missile attacks. This unit's melee now deals elemental damage. That might be important because sometimes you can run into someone who can only be damaged by elemental attacks, or cannot be damaged by physical attacks, or cannot be damaged by elemental attacks. So be aware that you've got some variety in your damage types, so that you are flexible depending on what you attack. Earth armor I personally like a lot. So you get the drift. Do I have the same with some humans? I think I have the same with humans because they can get +2 research each turn, which is absolutely amazing. I think it was these guys. Not quite sure. But if not, we can work with this. Ah, here, +2 research each day. That's funny too. That's really funny. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do it on this guy. And let's give him the experience. How do we get experience? Very easy. You go to the Earth Lore, second book, click on him, confirm, and this is going to be very costly, okay? But then you can basically just go nuts on the guy. Okay, he's getting really fast. You see +5 health, and you get +20 with the demon, so... The demon +3 speed and side demon, I think, is really good. Everyone gets +20 experience. Now, this is different. There are abilities that allow the unit to traverse water and mountains, for example, to different abilities. And there is one that gives the entire stack, the entire army to the ability to go over water and go over mountains. Please keep in mind that only one in the army needs this. Unless he dies, then it's practical to have 2 who have that. But you get my drift. +1 armor. Not going to change the world. Heals daily to 100% of health. Yeah, and there is a super demon, a greater demon that gives you 50%. So screw that demon. This unit becomes a follower. Now, this is not that powerful on him because that only saves 2 gold, but that would be super powerful on someone that you can buy here. Because in the Orc City, you can buy a variety of creatures, and you say, oh, Elven Archers for only 10 gold. I buy. Fantastic. And then you look at the guy and you say, oh, he's got 2 little health points. He does 2 little damage. What's wrong here? He's enslaved. And that means less damage, less health, less willpower, and less experience bonus. But, you can do the following. You give him the right demon. You get the right spell. You are totally insane when it comes to mana. Yeah, you can do that in fighting. But the point that I'm trying to demonstrate is that you can get rid of this enslaved thing either by a rune, but that rune is hard to get if you're not a runesmith, or by the right level up. And we're not even sure we're getting it here. Look at that. He and every other creature ignores woods. Fantastic. And now he and everyone ignores water, or can traverse water. Take speed. We take the resistance. Oh, take the armor, for God's sake. That is fun. That is super fun. I like that one because... So he didn't get the bonus of... getting his normal stats back, so he will never be as good as a normal elf ranger. Please keep in mind that enslave also means no upkeep, so if you're playing in the highest possible difficulty and you're starting at the starting location in the highest possible difficulty, which is about here, then you can buy your troops here and they cost no upkeep. Yes, they're not as powerful, but if, for example, you are buying units that do not really fight, but are in for their abilities, like turn animal, for example, or healing or something like that, or this guy here with his elemental weakness and ground flame armor. It's not important that he's enslaved. Yes, he has a little bit less hit points, and yes, he's leveling up a little bit less, but still, he does the job. Not so good, of course, on people who are building on life points like this guy here, because he's, you know, really a lot less hit points then. But whatever. So just that you know how that works. So the trolls. Do I like them? Yes. The ranged units are okay. Don't mind the range. I've got high range because of something else. Normally the range is not that good. He only throws one javelin. This is basically the crossbow orc, crossbow troll, if you like. This is the worker, the troll worker. And this, I think, is the troll spellcaster. They've even got, if you can see that, they've got a troll undead. No, we can't see them here, but I think I can recruit one. Give me a second. I think he must be here somewhere. Yes, the corpse troll. So if you're into trolls and undead, do not fear, you can have them. And yes, trolls can get, undead can be possessed as well. So if you have the problem that your undead are not healing, there are demons to deal with that you can possess the undead with. And then he's healing as well. So quite amazing, isn't it? With that being said, what else is there? You can upgrade your items, you can upgrade your soldiers, you can cast something that allows you, if I can find it, I think it's here. Yes, yes, yes. You can take a demon out of someone very cheap without killing the host. If you've got a starting demon, for example, the one with the experience and movement, and you want to build a killer demon into him, you can use that. Or if you've got really a lot of mana left and spell power, you can make a mind slot on someone, and then you can cast that, and then you can just switch the demons as you like. By the way, the color tells you how rare it is. So this is, for example, an ancient artifact. This is a not so ancient artifact. Not that impressive. So let's look for someone who has a soul, a demon in him. Yeah, I think I know who we take. So we take this guy. And now we can just switcheroo-do the demons in him. Fun, right? Absolutely amazing. So that is something you can do as well. That brings us to the tower buildings. Most of the tower buildings, you know, there is not that many new tower buildings. However, there is a lot of new upgrades for your towers. So special buildings, though. If you look into this Corrupted Sanctum, it says it just gives 2 Alfire and 2 gold a day. That is true, but that's not the real trick with it. This is the real trick. 50% more mana from the mana you invest in your Allfire pyramid here. There is also one that helps you with plus 100 proficiency. So if you forget your research, just become a better mage in no time. Same works here. You can do that as you like. The other tower I don't find that impressive. With that being said, there is also your ritual chamber. That's the first building you should build, or you can build, because that allows you to make this creation of guys here, this demon creation kit. Most important is this one here, the sacrificial bowl, because without that you only have 3 ingredient slots for your demon's creation, and with him you have 4. Remember that crafting slots sounds good, but if you need crafting slots, that also works with the workshop. That gives you a crafting slot. It doesn't mean it is a crafting slot for artificer or something like that. It works with necromancers, works with every kind of sorcerer. Whatever, character thingy. So you don't need to waste your slot here just to get more creation and more construction crafting domains. You've got the amalgamation chamber. This is also very demonic. Crafting duration -1. There are other ways to reduce that. +5 free upkeep. Forget that. Far too expensive for what it does. Unlocks the code change, though that you can use that to switch the reroute them. Not that important in my eyes. 1 rare demonic item. Yeah, they're cool. We're talking this kind of stuff here. The brown ones. But keep in mind that's super expensive. Without this, there is no greater demon, so that's a must. And all demons become demon kin. Woohoo. Can we build this? It will be rather hard to build, but we can try. I'm not sure we can get that together, because that's like super expensive, and I wasted some crafting materials for the really cool stuff. I think I cannot build it to show you. Maybe I'll load and then I can show you. But this is absolutely amazing because, as you might imagine, everyone counts as a demon once you put either a mutation on him, grow wings. He can fly now. Yeah, he can fly anyway because there is a spell for that, so that's a total waste. And he gets +1 speed, but yeah, you know, not that impressive. Extra arm is king of the hill. That's what you should go for, in my eyes. Did he get one, or just unable to see it? So, that's that. If you want to see a playthrough where I can show you even more of the mechanics, even more of the demon play, what you can do, what crazy stuff you can build with the armies, just let me know. Last thing I want to say is the following. There is only one unit that will make you happy, no matter what. And that is the Warg Rider. You might assume that Warg Riders only are in the area of the orcs, but you will be mistaken because Orc Riders are basically everywhere. Ta-da! So no matter where you start, you will have an Orc Rider base close to you, or even two like in this case, and then you can get the Orc Raider. Why is the Orc Raider so great? You look at the Orc Raider and you say, what is good with this guy? For one, he's fast. Second, good life points, good damage. He can go through forests. He can see what you're up against, and that's super important. And now comes the trick. He counts as an orc and a beast. Orc and a beast. What does that mean, Boris? Where's the bonus to that? Very simple. Build the kennels, and everything that is a beast will gain follower. So you don't need a demon or a glyph to make him cost nothing. He will do that just by building this thing. He will become strong-minded, which means he cannot be controlled by the enemy, and he gets death and white resistance. Amazing! One building and your units will go through the roof. And you say, Boris, that is not enough. That's not ticking me. And I say, okay. Whatever you say. You build the Orc Barracks, which you can build if you get friendly with the Orc City, which you will do anyway because you start close to it if you do it right. And all your Orcs become gladiators. 1 additional gold after each battle, which is the same as one of the cults, and you do extra 2. You get extra 2 armor against close combat attacks, which you're basically in all the time. So, absolutely amazing. Amazing. +1 speed, +2 firepower, willpower never can become rooted. So, build one of these. Build 1 building, 1 kennel, 1 orc thingy, and guess what? Everything that works on beasts or on orcs will work. And if you do that, you get this. And they're demons, by the way, so they get all the demons bonuses as well. Hot array. Look at this. This is a killing unit. He's level 1. Just imagine what will happen if this guy levels up. He will get through the roof. And if you don't believe me, I will just make a playthrough and show you. So, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I know there's a lot of questions I didn't show. There's new game endings and all that. But I just wanted to show you the mechanics of the demons, what stuff you can do, which demons I like. Of course, I like the one with the health. And of course, I like the one with the movement. I don't like the one with this one. I liked it in the beginning, but +3 gold, +3 mana. You need, if you play in higher difficulties, you just need the damage. Or the life points. This is not going to cut it. This is very specific because host dying, you just have to create this high enough to make it really work. Then it works, but only if you create the pawn right from the start in level 3 and don't have to level him up. Otherwise, you have to kill your units. This is amazing because consumables, they're very cheap consumables, and that's the easiest way to level up. So technically, if the battle is 5 turns and every turn you eat something, you can get this guy to level up in the first battle he's in, and then he's basically healing himself. Amazing. A little bit hard to create, but amazing. This is harder to create than you think. And -45 health is dangerous because, for example, if we put this on one of those guys, you've got 120 life points at the moment, and I forgot which one it was. We've got 24 damage. So, well, he didn't lose really 50 or 45% of his life, but he lost a lot. But yes, he does a lot more damage. So, you know, kind of wrong cult, of course. There would be better cults for him. But let's say we put this on him. This is greater, I think, because you've got Frostbite, which means he ignores 2 armor with every attack. So he does even more damage. And he does a lot of willpower damage. Doesn't work against undead, but you get my drift. So, yeah. You can do some really crazy stuff. Look at this Goblin Archers. They die in an instant. And you're always, oh my guys are dying. Well, maybe they're not dying in the future. Because all of a sudden they have 180 life points. Nearly as much as the level 2, tier 2 Orc Riders. Huh? From 40 to 118? Huh? Yeah. Amazing. And now you're wondering, Boris, your rangers are shooting 7. I want to see how that works. That's personal secret. No, it's not. It's one of the buildings here. I have to find it. It's not the shop. Which one was it? This one is from the trolls, that everyone basically get the troll ability of Feasted. Remember, Feasted only works 3 turns of the battle, so before you go totally nuts, that's not how it works. Where was that bonus to range? Can I find it? This is something that, funnily enough, works on your apprentices? Totally nuts. Here, the Warrior's Hall. All your riders, all your units get +2 speed, +2 vision range. Combine that with the right demon, and they get +5 speed and +5 vision range. And all your archers get +2 missile range. Yes. And a little tip by the side, if you've got the coin, if you've got the place to buy it, there is something, if you've got hard battles, do this, because +3 missile range, and you do not suffer from range penalty. Boy, even your little guys, if your little crossbowman here will go totally nuts. Doesn't work that much on the crossbowman because he only shoots once, but if you put that on someone like these guys here, they will go totally nuts because he will shoot 10 tiles for 21 damage, and he's a tier 1 unit, untrained. If you train this guy up to Kingdom Come, you know what? Just for the fun of it, I will demonstrate how crazy these guys can get. I'm not sure that was enough mana. Maybe I'm not able to do that. I think we'll put... No, you know what? We put the speed on him. And more health points. And extra shooting. +1 gold. Yeah, no, I don't need that. More speed. More life. Yes, +2 missile range on top of that. A chunk of meat after each battle. You say that's not good, but you can... I will show you in a second. The meat isn't that bad. Not as bad as you might think. So, he's level 12. He has a speed of 12, so he's basically nearly as fast as these guys are. He has more life points than these guys have, and he's quite capable in what he's doing. Now, the meat stuff, just before you ask, do I have meat? Do I have raw meat? I have. It's an ingredient. But if you know what you're doing, if you're not an demologist, you can make food out of this, if I know that right. And that provides health. Hooray! So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I hope you like it. I'll see you next time. If you want to see a Let's Play video of the Demonic Scourge with me, highest possible difficulty, just let me know. See you all next time. Bye.